Okay, wow, this video took a lot longer to finish than I intended to. I started recording at the beginning of December, but many things then happened that put this video on the low priority list. Heavier workload, holiday stuff, family stuff, and getting sick twice. There was even a 2-week gap from when I started the illustration to when I finished it. I guess I really picked a bad time to start a YouTube channel. But at least I kept wearing the same sweatshirt for this video just to keep things consistent. So the idea and concept for this illustration. I was looking through my old sketchbooks from years ago when I found the original thumbnail sketch for this idea and thought that I should finally get around to drawing it. I haven't been drawing a lot of weird stuff like I used to, and I kind of miss it. The thumbnail was actually an updated concept for an even older drawing I did, where it had a boy with fishing gear on and a fish fairy appearing next to him. At the time of the thumbnail sketch, I just felt like redrawing it, but decided to crank the weirdness up to 11. The basic idea is that the guy chose the wrong pond to fish in, and now an angry trout spirit is after him. Yeah, a trout with teeth. Not much else to it, but I always enjoy drawing out bizarre ideas like this. In this drawing, I used all Prismacolor stuff except for a little bit of acrylic paint in the end. I started out drawing the details of the illustration with Prismacolor Kohl Erase Pencils, which are their erasable colored pencils. At this part of the drawing, I used to draw with a regular graphite pencil, but that was always an annoying part for me. Either the graphite would show through and make the pencils look weird, or I have to take up extra time with erasing all the pencil lines. Plus, it would sometimes leave indents in the paper that would always show up no matter how much burnishing with the colored pencils you did. Using the Kohl Erase pencils, it works better at this stage since I don't have to erase a lot and it can be colored over with no problem. After figuring out the details, I began to draw the final outlines with the Prismacolor Verithin colored pencils. If you're not familiar with the Verithin pencils, they have a harder lead than the regular Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. So this makes them ideal for more detailed outlines, and they won't just disappear when, being blended into regular coloring and everything. They're also nicer when you want to add more detail on top of the Premier colored pencils because they can cut through the wax that's already been laid down most of the time. Now, getting into using Prismacolor Premier colored pencils, which in my case means lots and lots of burnishing. If you're not sure what burnishing is with colored pencils, it's basically blending by applying heavy pressure until the tooth of the paper doesn't show through. I started off by lightly coloring the shadows and any darker colors, burnish a little on top of that with a lighter color, and then do the final burnishing with white while moving the pencil in circles. A white colored pencil is almost always my top choice for blending and burnishing as it just looks so much smoother to me in the end. I tried using a colorless blender pencil, but I never liked how it made the colors look and did smooth things out to the point that I wanted it to. So I just don't bother with those anymore. When I was choosing what colors to use, I purposefully went through the pencils with a higher light fastness rating and went from there. With Prismacolor pencils, they have a light fastness rating from 1 to 5, with 1 being excellent and 5 being poor. Sadly, Prismacolor has quite a few pencils that are rated 4 and 5, so I have to be really careful when choosing colors for finished illustrations like this. I even put washi tape on those particular pencils so I don't accidentally pick them out. Of course, if I'm just drawing for fun in my sketchbook or something I'm just not going to sell or give away to anyone, it doesn't matter which pencils I use. It's just a good habit to be mindful of the properties and light fastness of your chosen medium, especially if you tend to sell original artwork. So why stick with Prismacolors when I just said that there are pencils with a low light fastness rating in the mix? Well, I've been working with these pencils for a very long time, and it was with these pencils that I developed my coloring technique. They're also very easy to mix colors with and create a nice smooth blend that I haven't been able to get with most other colored pencil brands. And I have tried other colored pencils. I even bought several 12 pencil sets to try out and see if there's something I might like better. And while there was nothing really wrong with some of them, some were actually pretty good, I just wasn't satisfied with them in the long run and just went back to Prismacolor. Maybe I'll make a video in the future comparing the different sets so I can go more in depth with my opinions about them. But yeah, for now, Prismacolor is just where I'm at right now. If you notice the black pencil sharpener in this video, that is the Unicolor pencil sharpener from Uniball, and it's one of the best sharpeners I've ever used for colored pencils. It is designed for colored pencil use, and I haven't had any breakage issues while using it. It also sharpens the pencil to a shorter tip instead of a long tip like a regular pencil sharpener does, which is best for a colored pencil like Prismacolor, and it won't break as easily while coloring. So yeah, I really recommend this pencil sharpener. At this point, I made the mistake of burnishing too much too soon. Sometimes when working with traditional mediums, I just go into an autopilot mode and I just end up forgetting to do some setup or just skipping some steps along the way. But when you end up making a supposed mistake in your art, you just gotta own it and work with it. Last, I brought out the Liquitex acrylic paint to add some water drops and final highlight details when the white color pencil has reached its limit. I don't know why I brought out that many brushes when I ended up using just one of them. Thanks for watching. This video took a while to get out and I'm happy to finally get it uploaded. If you could, I would appreciate it if you could check out my store. The link is in the description. Well, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. So, see you later!